Boys, I just thought of a brilliant idea. A brilliant idea. I mean, a brilliant. It might have been done before, but the title's different. And my version's different. So, yeah. So, this is what if Android 17 killed Trunks. We start our story with future Gohan and future Trunks. Gohan's taking on 17 and Trunks taking on 18. Gohan's having a pretty good fight, keeping up, but then realizes that Android 18 is getting the upper hand on Trunks. Trunks is losing stamina. He still hasn't become a Super Saiyan yet. Oh, god damn it. I gotta go help Trunks. Gohan lost attention. And he got punched in the gut, kicked in the face, kneed in the head. Then Gohan gets punched so hard, blood spills from his mouth. Android 17 says, "Weak. You haven't changed a bit." And I thought I was going to have a bit more fun. Then headbutts Gohan, kicks him away. Gohan sees Trunks getting beaten, so he goes and helps Trunks. He was able to come against Android 18, punch her away. Then 17 came in the way and punched Gohan in the gut. Gohan got blown away. And then Android 17 and 18 blew up the city. Gohan and Trunks were able to escape the explosion, but they didn't know if any civilians were left alive. Gohan was really injured. Trunks was severely injured too, but not as bad as Gohan. Then Android 17 comes in and says, "You two are still weak. We'll leave one of you alive, just because we want to have a bit more fun, while you will die." Gohan was on the floor. He looks at 17, pleads to take his life instead of Trunks's, and 17 says, "Oh, really? Well, too bad. I don't have any feelings." 17 blows Trunks away. Trunks is incinerated. Then 17 and 18 just throw one more ki blast at Gohan. Gohan faints. 4 days later, Gohan wakes up in a bed in Capsule Corps. Bulma has went to the battlefield. She saw Gohan severely injured on the ground, unconscious. She took him to Capsule Corps. Gohan looks around and sees Bulma sitting next to him. Bulma says, "It's alright, Gohan. It's alright." Gohan breaks down and he's so angry, he breaks the bed and goes Super Saiyan 2 for a split second. Yes, he went Super Saiyan 2. He wasn't able to, since his anger was stopped by the ki blast right before he transformed. He's angry now. The androids felt this power, but they didn't pay, and they thought Gohan was back, stronger than ever. Gohan did get a Zenkai boost. He didn't lose an arm, I'll say this time. And also, I'll say that Gohan had the last senzu bean to heal all his injuries. Gohan can now go into a stronger version of Super Saiyan 1, not Super Saiyan 2. Gohan realized the power he has used was completely different from the power he has ever used. Bulma was like, Gohan, what was that power? It didn't look like Super Saiyan." Gohan replied, "I'm not sure myself, but I'm sorry." Bulma says there's no need to apologize. Things like these happen. And I guess Trunks couldn't make it. Gohan keeps apologizing. Then Bulma says, "It's fine. I have a plan." Gohan says, "What plan?" And then Bulma reveals the time machine to Gohan. "It's nearly finished," Bulma says. And then Gohan's like, "Wait, So if I understand, you're telling me I'm going to have to go back in time? Bulma replies by saying yes, you will have to. And also, you will have to warn Goku and the others that the androids are coming, and I want you to take this to your father so you can save him. Naruto looks at it and his eyes widen and he says, is this the antidote for his illness? And Bulma says, yes, it has been developed over the years. Unfortunately, it was developed a bit too late to save your father. Maybe if Goku was still alive, this wouldn't have happened. Bulma doesn't seem too upset about Trunks' death, but that's because it's already been 4 days. She could already see, Gohan could already see that Bulma has been crying. Her eyes were puffed, and she wasn't looking at Gohan in the eyes. Gohan knew Bulma was saddened. Gohan said, they should have killed me, not Trunks. I'll avenge him. I'll come back stronger, and I'll destroy those androids. Bulma agrees, and then Gohan says, in fact, I will go back in time and ask my father if he knew when New Namek was. And if he does, I'll ask him to tell us, so we can go ourselves. Once we go ourselves, we can revive everyone. Maybe even my father. Maybe, just maybe. Bulma replies by saying, that's a great idea, Gohan. I'll get started on working. And then Gohan goes back to train. Gohan meditates for 4 days. 4 days later, he's able to achieve a stronger version of his Super Saiyan form. Even stronger than the one that he already got from the Zenkai. What Gohan didn't know is that slowly he was unlocking his hidden potential by meditating. The hidden potential that was hidden and Gohan couldn't achieve in the original, and then Elder Kai had to help him. Gohan was starting to achieve this form. It wasn't near, it was really far away from the perfect version of Mystic Gohan. But Gohan was slowly getting there. 2 years have passed. It's Trunks' anniversary. His death is not going to be in vain. Gohan replies. Bulma says, best of luck, Gohan. Gohan says, I'll return in a day. I'm sure I can go there and come back. Gohan goes. And while this was happening, while Gohan arrived at the place where Frieza and his men were meant to land in 2 hours, Gohan was meditating. He kept meditating. This time he was hiding his strength. He didn't want anyone to find out that someone this strong, since Gohan is technically stronger than Goku right now. He didn't want anyone to know about his presence. He did fight the androids over the 2 years, and he didn't get anywhere. In fact, he nearly got killed multiple times. His Zenkais increased one by one. Gohan was meditating till he noticed a few strong power levels coming towards him, and a massive power level coming towards Earth. This power level was Frieza's, but something that Gohan felt is that Frieza's men arrived as well with him and someone else, his father. Gohan already knew this since he experienced this. In Gohan's in the future timeline, what really happened is that King Cold and Frieza and his men started attacking, and then his father teleported, instant transmission to them and finished off both of them. But here, Goku was about to instant transmission to Earth until he felt a strong power level, stronger than Frieza's, stronger than King Cold's, even stronger than himself. It was so strong, it kinda gave the chills to Goku. He could feel that this power wasn't evil, but he doesn't know if he's on his side or not. It could be just a random person who doesn't want to help them at all. Goku hopes for the best and stays in his pod. Gohan arrives, just saying Gohan has the sword as well. Gohan has the sword. Gohan goes and slices Frieza, incinerates him without even going Super Saiyan. Then King Cold says, I'm strong. You brat! Punches Gohan in the face. Gohan doesn't move an inch. Gohan says, let me show you what your son saw before he nearly got killed by my father. No one really heard that except for Piccolo. Then Gohan transformed into Super Saiyan. The power was so immense, it was trembling the earth. Gohan, the true Gohan, well, the Gohan, the kid Gohan, he was trembling from this power, but he could feel something similar to his power. He could feel the similar ki. Piccolo has already understood that Gohan is Gohan from another timeline. He doesn't know how, but he knows this is Gohan. He can feel it. It is his best friend. Gohan does a Kamehameha with both hands and incinerates, annihilates King Cold. Frieza's men remain. They started running away, but Gohan said, no you don't. Gohan throws one ki blast at the space pod, well, Frieza's ship, and he gets annihilated. Everyone's confused on who this mysterious fighter is. Gohan turns around, gives them a smile, and goes back to normal base. Vegeta starts off with the questions, interrogation. He says, just who are you? Are you a Saiyan? And how did you get Super Saiyan? Gohan replies with a smile. He says, you'll always be the same. Everyone's confused at that. And Gohan says, anyways, if you want to find out where Gohan did catch that. Gohan said far before Goku. And Kid Gohan did catch that, and he was suspicious now. And Piccolo's suspicions were confirmed by that. Anyways, future Gohan said, you wanna know where Goku was going to land? In 3 hours straight. He's going to land over there, a bit to the south. If you want to, if you don't believe me, you don't have to come with me. Gohan starts going. Yamcha says, I mean, he did just save the world. Maybe he's telling the truth. Everyone agreed with Yamcha. They followed him. Vegeta was just pissed. He's like, just who does he think he is? Gohan has arrived to the spot. Everyone else too. Gohan says, we're close to where he will land. Don't want to get too close or we'll get hit by the space pod and the crater. Everyone agreed. Then Vegeta starts with the questions again. You didn't answer me, brat. Gohan says, I'm the same age as you. I don't think I'm a brat. Vegeta's like, I don't care, you tell me who you are now. Gohan laughs at this and says, I'm just a Saiyan. And Vegeta says, it's impossible. The only 3 Saiyans left alive is me, Kakarot, and this kid right here. How can you be a Saiyan? Of course Broly's still alive, but they don't know about him yet. And then Gohan's like, I guess I was just unknown. Anyway. And then Bulma cuts in and says, but how do you know Goku's name? And Krillin asks the same questions that, yeah, how do you? And Gohan says, well, you could say we're acquainted. And Gohan then says, are you sure? And future Gohan smiles at himself and says, yeah, of course. And Piccolo's like, may we know how you are acquainted with Goku? And Gohan realizes that Piccolo has caught on to him, since he did say something about Goku being his father before, and he does remember that Piccolo can hear from far ranges, and says, Mr. Green Man, may I talk to you in private? And Piccolo says, alright. Gohan takes Piccolo to the other side. He left a refrigerator with drinks, says, and welcomed anyone to get one. Everyone took one, Gohan, including Gohan. Gohan was trying to listen in. He was closer to them, but he couldn't hear anything. Future Gohan was explaining what really happened in the future to Piccolo, since anyways, he will find out since Piccolo is able to hear from Far Rangers. Remember, this is Gohan. He knows, since Gohan was Piccolo's best friend, while Trunks never really knew this, so he didn't really think about someone else knowing if he was far away. Anyway, Gohan has now told Piccolo. Piccolo agrees that it's a good idea to come back and save Goku, so they actually have a chance. But then Piccolo says, but are you being serious about the androids being this strong? And Gohan says, I don't know how strong Father got over this 1 year. He might have got stronger than in my timeline, but I'll still have to come back in 3 years. Anyways, let's go back. You can have a drink as well if you want. And Piccolo says, if you're Gohan, you should know I don't like to drink, right? And Gohan's like, I thought you live off water. And Piccolo's like, yeah, but I don't think you have water in there. And Gohan's like, do you really think I'll forget to bring water for you? And Piccolo smirks and says, fine. He takes a bowl of water and starts having it. Everyone's waiting. Gohan starts asking questions and asks him, how did you get this strong? And Gohan says, through perseverance and strong training, and of course meditating. And Gohan's like, oh, so you meditate just like Mr. Piccolo? And Gohan's like, yes, I do. And I can see you're getting stronger. Anyways, what's your name? And Gohan says, my name is Gohan. And then Gohan's like, nice to meet you. And Gohan then asks what his name is. And Gohan just says, you'll find out my name soon enough. Sorry guys, let me stop it because this sounds... There we go. Gohan says, you'll find out soon enough. And Kid Gohan, the younger version of himself, is like, there's no need to keep secrets, you know. And Gohan's like, I have my reasons. So 3 hours pass and Goku arrives. Goku's pod shatters the ground. Gohan goes up to him and says, may I see you go Super Saiyan, Sir Goku? And Goku's like, yeah, sure, why not? He goes Super Saiyan. Then Gohan goes Super Saiyan, brings out his not swords, and attacks Goku. Goku stops them all with one finger, just as usual. This time, Gohan was holding back. He wasn't really trying. He didn't want to kill Goku, since he really could. Goku's like, and Gohan's like, why did you just use one finger? What if I was actually trying to kill you? Goku's like, I don't know. I just felt a little bit of connection with you. Don't know why. Gohan says, I see. Throws his sword up in the air and puts it back in. Gohan then turns back to base and says, Father, you need to get much stronger. Goku's eyes widen and says, wait, what? And then Gohan's like, I'm Gohan. I came from the future. Gohan explains everything to Goku, and Goku understands. And this time Goku has a much better understanding of it, and he doesn't take it as lightly as he did in the original, since it's its own son telling him he came back from the future. Gohan said, and one more thing. Do you know where New Namek is? Goku asked, why may I know the reason for that? And Gohan responded, you see, my student, Trunks, has been killed because I was too weak to protect him. Gohan's voice goes into a sad one, and he continues by saying, Trunks was the son of Bulma and Vegeta. This startles Piccolo. Piccolo did not know about this, and ponders, how did Vegeta and Bulma, out of all people, have a kid? But Gohan keeps explaining to Goku, here, you have to take this. Please take this. If you don't, it will kill you. This illness that you will have, it will kill you. Please, just listen to me. And Goku understands and says, alright. Goku said, once you come back, the next time you come back, and Gohan says, yeah, in 3 years, I'll have the information for New Namek. I don't have it right now, but I'll get it. So Gohan agrees and says goodbye to his father. And before he went, he waved at himself and told him, train hard, little Gohan. And Gohan says, yeah, sir. Before you go, can I know your name? And Gohan says, I'm sure you'll find out. Anyways, goodbye, Gohan. And remember, always train with your father and get stronger. Gohan leaves. Kid Gohan is wondering why this man was being so kind to him and was telling him to train hard. But this motivated him, since he did say he will get strong, maybe even stronger than him, and maybe even achieve Super Saiyan. Gohan was really gassed, you can say, since he was getting complimented by someone he didn't know. So now, Gohan will train even harder over the next 3 years. Piccolo does make Goku explain everything, or he'll say it, since he doesn't want anyone to be in the dark. Everyone understands and goes to train. Of course, over the 3 years, Goku does start developing some symptoms of the heart disease, but he doesn't really pay too much attention to it. Gohan trains harder than ever. He trains for 3 years, with his father and with Piccolo, sometimes at night, in secret. Of course, Goku knows. Chi-Chi doesn't, but Goku is proud of his son. Gohan keeps training, studying, training, studying, training, studying, training, studying, wanking, training, studying. 3 years straight. He trains at night. One day, he was training. He was up against his father and Piccolo at the same time. Goku decided to test him. It was around near the end of the 3 years. Gohan was struggling. He was getting annoyed that he couldn't be stronger. Then, out of nowhere, a yellow light, a yellow spark, blue eyes appeared out of nowhere. Gohan pummeled Piccolo, then tried to go up against Goku, but then his power ran out. He went back to base and started fighting in base while Goku was in Super Saiyan. Goku was trying to master Super Saiyan by staying in as long as possible. Goku tried to, but he couldn't. It was just too hard for him right now. So he just tried to train as long as possible in Super Saiyan. Gohan just showed that he can use Super Saiyan, but barely. He cannot control it. He was out of order. He was literally trying to kill Piccolo. If Goku didn't save him, if Goku didn't Ki Blast Piccolo away, Gohan would have killed him, to be honest. Gohan doesn't know what this power was, but he could feel it was similar to his father. The next 6 months go without Gohan trying to go Super Saiyan, but it doesn't work. Gohan has given up. Not really. He keeps training at night. One night, he went again. Right, the night before, the great day, he went Super Saiyan once, but only for 10 seconds. That was just a bit more than last time. It took him 7 seconds to beat Piccolo, and 3 seconds to fight a bit with Goku until he gave in. I mean, yeah, that was 10 seconds. So I'll say this time he was able to throw a few punches and kicks on some rocks for 15 seconds. Gohan goes back to base and collapses. Goku arrives. Goku felt the immense strength. He could feel that Gohan has something different. Something that hasn't been unlocked. He takes Gohan back, puts him in bed, and goes to sleep. The next day arrives. It's the big day. Gohan, Piccolo, Goku, Yamcha, Krillin, Tien, Chaozu. Does Chaozu go? I'm not sure if Chaozu go. Anyway, they all go. Even Yajirobe came to give sensu beams. Bulma went with little Trunks in her hands. Gohan didn't know who Trunks was. Goku knew, since he was told by Gohan that Bulma and Vegeta will be having a son, but still, Goku was surprised it came this early. Anyway, Gohan now is ready to fight the Kid Gohan. He saw an explosion and he straight up went to the check. Goku followed, everyone else followed, they all scattered. Gohan was with Piccolo, while Goku, Krillin, everyone was alone. Goku didn't want to let him go alone, even though Gohan wanted to, and make this faster. But of course, as usual, Yamcha gets annihilated, kinda peak, but he does. So, now, Gohan arrives at the scene with Piccolo, same with Goku. At the same time, Krillin arrives. Krillin throws a Kiranzan at Android 20. And then 19 comes in the way and absorbs it. They realize that 19 can absorb Ki. Gohan tries to punch 19, but 19 punches him in the gut. He thought he knocked him out, but then Gohan roundhouse kicks him to the face, kicks him away, and then Jiro has to back up because Gohan was trying to go for him as well. Goku arrived and said, how about we fight somewhere else, somewhere more safe where civilians won't get hurt and we can go all out. Android 20 and 19 agreed and they followed Goku. Of course, Gohan was told to I'll say that this time Yajirobe was arrived and gave a senzu bean to Yamcha and they stayed back to protect Bulma. Everyone went, Tien, Krillin, Piccolo, Gohan and Goku. The fight began against Goku. Goku was slowing down. His moves weren't as fast as the last training they did with Gohan and Piccolo. Gohan and Piccolo realized, even Krillin realized, he can see that Goku was fighting a bit sloppy. Goku tried to use a Kamehameha. He completely forgot about his absorption, but he failed. And then Android 19 started laughing and punched Goku in the gut. Goku collapsed. Goku collapsed. Goku collapsed. May I see that again? Goku collapsed on the ground. He could barely breathe. He was holding his heart. Piccolo realized what was happening. And Krillin said, "Here Goku, take a senzu bean." Krillin doesn't know about this heart virus, so Goku just takes it relentlessly without thinking twice, and it just makes it worse. He didn't know, and then he realized that this is the heart virus future Gohan was talking about. Then, out of nowhere, the Prince of All Saiyan arrives and turns into Super Saiyan. Such a hype scene. Annihilates 19, and then Gohan arrives. Well, no, I'll say that Gohan this time arrived a bit earlier than Trunks since he was a bit more worried. Now, Goku was taken by Gohan and Krillin. Piccolo goes to the lookout. I'll say that Piccolo has to go to the lookout since Kami summoned him, and Kami is the guardian of Earth, so he has to go. So now, Vegeta, Tien, Gohan, future Gohan of course, Krillin, I'll say just that only Gohan goes and Krillin goes to find them as well. They go and find they go chase down Android 20. Android 20 is able to get back to his hideout, and he's able to activate Android 18 and 17. Android 17 rebelled, same with 18, they killed 20, and they activated 16. Android 20 was begging them not to, but then Android 17 stepped on his head. This is when Vegeta blasted the door and saw the 3 androids. Vegeta started fighting against Android 18. 18 says, "You're weak," and actually broke his arm like in canon. Gohan tried to stop it, but then Vegeta says, "I don't know who you are, but don't get in my way." Remember, Gohan got a lot stronger. He couldn't really train with the others, so he didn't get as strong. He didn't get such boost. He was just meditating. A lot of his potential got unlocked, but nowhere near as mystic form. Gohan tries to fight, gets pummeled, realizes that these androids are even stronger than the androids in real, in his time. Gohan realizes this fight is way too hard, and he decides to retreat with the others. Takes Vegeta in his arms and says, "We have to go, Vegeta. There's no way we can beat them." They retreat. Android 16 says, my goal is to kill Goku. And Gohan hears that and realizes that his father is in trouble. Now Gohan asks, "Where's Gohan?" And Piccolo, Krillin is like, "Well, Goku had his heart virus. He was feeling ill, so Gohan took him to Bulma." And Gohan realized what was happening. I'm I'm sure Piccolo told Gohan what was happening, and Gohan now knows who the future Gohan is, and of course now Gohan is taking him to his home. So Goku takes the treatment, and Bulma says, "This is not a safe place. Let's go to Master Roshi's place." They take Goku to Master Roshi's place, and this is where I'm going to end this part. I hope you all enjoyed. This was a really serious what if, since it's my first Dragon Ball what if. To be honest, I did do a Dragon Ball what if in the past, on this channel, but I deleted it since it wasn't doing too well. I'm sure the OGs will know. Anyway, I was being really serious. It wasn't jokey, since I want to see how me being serious and doing what is will be like. Anyway, please join my Discord down in the description below. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and also subscribe to RATREET, who made my Discord server. Also subscribe to Miniman, who provides me with my gameplay. And one more thing before I leave, please take care, stay safe, and this is the King of Weebs here. Peace.